need to get this power play part of the game rolling.
Tigers control it, but it's taken away by Johnstone. He'll lumber his way up ice.
That was a rough, but no arm goes up in the air.
Willett just shoved him down to the ground with a two-hander.
Yeah, two-hander up under the chin.
Here's Valenzuela with a shot, tipped high. Back up to the point. Here's Willett on the left side. He'll walk down the boards, look for somebody to pass it to, and then just heaves it behind to Valenzuela. Cross-ice pass tipped by a stick, but gloved down by Brubaker, and he'll send it around behind the Sacred Heart net. Back to Brown. Brown working along the wall. Now he's held up, and that will draw a penalty, and let's guess who it's going to be on.
Holding will be the call.
And they will call it on Sacred Heart. I thought for sure Brown was going to get called for being held.
Nope. Luca will go into the penalty box. So the Tigers are going to have a minute 15 of 5-on-3 to start. So we've had 3 trips to the penalty box in the first 4 minutes of the contest.
We're on pace for 45 penalties in the game.
Yeah. So Tigers on a 2-man advantage, 5-on-3 for the next minute and 15 unless they score.
The first power play unit stays out on the ice, but the faceoff is won to the wall by the Pioneers. Now the Tigers regain it. Back up high to Brubaker. Down into the corner for Valenzuela. He operates behind the net. Here's Brown with a shot. Hits the side of the net. Now he'll try to work it along the wall. Gets it back up high to Brubaker. 58 seconds left of 5-on-3. Willett and Brubaker play catch down into the corner now for Valenzuela. He's got Willett in the circle. High slot. Brubaker scores. He wasted no time on that one. Tucked it in the left side, and it's 1-0 RIT.
Tigers did a good job of just collapsing the umbrella down to the top of the face-off circle since they had a 5-on-3 advantage. Willett gets the puck over to Brubaker, standing just above the hash marks, and he puts a one-time blast in the back of the net, down low.
Tigers still have a minute 34 of power play remaining.
That goal comes at the 4:27 mark. 5-on-3 power play goal for the Tigers. It's been a while since they've scored one.
Tigers win the faceoff at center ice. Second power play unit out on the ice. The defensemen are Saloom and McKay. Hammaker gets it to Saloom. He's with Dupuis and Cameron on the forwards. That's off a skate, but kept in play by Saloom. Sends it across to Hammaker. Cross ice the other way, and McKay breaks his stick. And fortunately for the Tigers, the goaltender Benson dives on the puck, which allows the Tigers to get new lumber out on the ice.
You know, it's something Brubaker hasn't been doing as much this season as last year, was shattering his lumber on those big slap shots. This time it was McKay. A minute 8 remaining on the Tiger power play. They're up 1-0, a power play goal by Adam Brubaker on the 5-on-3 part of this advantage.
Linesman separates Dupuis and Majera. Gives him a little bit of a whisper to each ear. Sweet nothings, I'm sure. Now along the wall, the Tigers will try to dig it out. All 3 forwards there on the left half boards. Sent around the wall, getting over to keep it in play is Saloom. Sweeps it across to McKay. McKay into the circle for Hammaker. Backhand pass out in front, and Cameron not able to get it in, and it's cleared by the Pioneers. Majera rushes over to get to it. 44 seconds left on the power play for RIT, leading 1-0. Back up ice. Here comes Dupuis to the checkered red and the blue. Drops it at the point. Hammaker's shot is tipped. That goes fluttering towards the net, over to the opposite wall. Rushing in will be Saloom to keep it in play. Squirts free from him. Up high. Here's McKay in the high slot. Gets one through. Big pad save. Cameron on the rebound. Opposite side. Dupuis could not hammer it home. He had a good look at the net there, and now it's cleared down the ice by Sacred Heart. Just 13 seconds remaining on the power play. Behind his own net, putting on the brakes is Saloom. He'll come out from behind. Flips it over to Willett. Willett backhands it through center ice into the zone for Brown. Power play is expired. The Tigers continue to work out there on the ice. Gerdakis now with it. Tries to get it back to the point, but that's stopped along the way by Rakhmatov. He gains the red, flips it deep. Drackett out to play it behind the net. Willett over to Gerdakis. Brown able to get it out to center ice, but not cleanly. And it's dumped right back in by the Pioneers. 13:40 left in the first, 1-0 RIT. That goes in the Sacred Heart bench for a whistle.
Good puck movement by the Tigers on both the 5-on-3 man advantage that Brubaker scored and then also the 5-on-4 power play as well. Dupuis had a great look at a rebound on the far side, just couldn't get a stick on the bouncing puck.
You know, puck movement on the power play has not been a problem for the Tigers.
Scoring has been.
Liam Clare throws it to the back wall, scooping it up there and knocking it off the glass, and out is Brubaker. Rush into the zone. Walker almost gets to the puck first. Krokock checked into the back glass. Tigers get control in the zone. Walker doing a good job to get to the puck and keeping it in play in the corner. Now sent back to the point for Brubaker. Cross to Seiferling in the slot. Here's Petrucci with a shot. Looking for the tip alongside the net was Walker, and he could not get a stick on it. And it's cleared out to center ice and drops at the Tiger blue. Sacred Heart gets a line change. Long pass up ahead for the Tigers and into the zone. Will Calverley tied up along the wall by Ryan Steele, and it's swept back to center ice. At his own blue line, Ryan Kruper knocks it across ice to Brody Villette. Villette cross ice to Seiferling. Long pass to center ice to Logan. He comes in on the left side. Right in on net. Rebound out in front. Still loose. Trapdow with a shot. Tried to play it off the goalie. Tigers still keep it in and keep it in deep. Logan will find it behind the net. Dishes it behind him to Trapdow. Trapdow gives to Villette. Villette down into the corner behind the net. Now with a backhand try was Kruper, and I think it caught part of the goalie, but sails wide and back to center ice. Bavaro clears for Sacred Heart. Now here's a shot coming in from Boyajian, and that rolls to the backboards. Now in the corner, Steele for Sacred Heart with the puck. 12:05 left in the first, 1-0 Tigers. Towards the front of the net, tying things up was McKay, coming out from behind and now tying up. It's loose out in front, and somehow Drackett stopped that. That was loose in the crease, and he was way over to the side.
Well, that was actually Drackett's fault. He reached out with his stick, tried to pull it towards him so that he could freeze it, and instead it bounced off his glove and skittered out to the top of the crease.
Looks like Trapdow was able to kick it back under the netminder.
Yeah, that was Drackett trying to do just a little bit too much there to control the play, and almost cost the Tigers. 11:55 left here in the first period. 1-0 RIT.
Face-off rattles off the boards. Big check behind the net, and then Willett kind of impeded and slowed down and grabbed right out in front, falling down. I think Sacred Heart thinks they can score from behind the net after doing it last night. Now into the corner. Cameron tries to sweep it towards the front of the hoop, but it's taken away by Sacred Heart. Gehring with it to center ice. From his knees rolls it in, and it'll just be covered up by Drackett for the whistle.
No, why not? They worked twice for him last night, shooting from the backboards and just trying. So 7:20 left here in the period. Tigers up 1-0 and on their third power play of the night.
Kept up high by Brubaker over to Willett into the corner for Gerdakis off the backboards for Brown. He'll backhand it over for Gerdakis along the wall. Tigers keep it in play. Willett cross ice to Brubaker. Back up high for Willett, and he's tangled up. And
dangerous.
Yeah, the Tigers, man, if the timing had been just a little bit better on that one, Mark Johnstone would have been off to the races. Back in his own zone, Brubaker plays it off the wall to Valenzuela, and now back to Willett behind his own net. Majera in on the forecheck for Sacred Heart. Minute 18 left on the Tiger power play. They gain the zone. Over to Brown. He'll drop it back to Valenzuela. Valenzuela into the circle. Now into the slot that rattles off a stick and then off a Gerdakis. And Cotton will skate up ice with it. To the red and the blue, still with it. His shot is blocked into the corner by Willett. Loose in the corner now, and Cotton gets to it again. Rolled back out of the zone and sent right back in onto the stick of Brown. He reaches back for it, crosses the red, plays it over to Gerdakis at the point. Back to Brown as he was heading toward the net. Mike Lee pushes him out of the way. He's a senior defenseman for Sacred Heart and senator from Utah. Behind the net, onto the wing now as the second power play unit is out on the ice. Just 30 seconds left on the power play. Sent back around the opposite way by Saloom, and there's going to be a penalty coming up on Sacred Heart.
Hammerker got tripped down.
Up high, now over to McKay, so the Tigers have 6-on-4 right now. Towards the front of the net, score! tipping it out in front is Cameron. That's on the delayed penalty, so now the Tigers will get another full power play. So a delayed penalty power play goal.
Delayed penalty extra attacker.
Power play
goal. Sean Cameron, he got the tip right in front as he was causing some traffic in front of goaltender Benson.
Smiles and hugs for the team.
Cameron's third goal of the season. And that goal comes at the 14:28 mark of the period.
So Mike Lee in the box now for Sacred Heart. That one by the Tigers back to McKay. That second power play unit stays out on the ice. McKay over to Saloom. Saloom backpedaling over to Hammaker. Hammaker gets a few love taps from the stick, still moving. Swings it around the boards and back to the point for Saloom. Cross ice to McKay on the left side. And that was a bad pass that was weak and now gives it a shorthanded opportunity and a goal. We've been seeing a lot of that. It's been very close tonight and finally picked off, and the Tigers give up a shorthanded goal with a weak D-to-D pass at the blue line.
Just a few minutes ago, we said one almost got picked off, and it was only luck that it didn't. That time it did. And Matt Tugnut gets the shorthanded goal to get Sacred Heart on the board. RT now with a 2-1 lead. Still a minute 30 remaining in their power play.